Hello guys, welcome. Welcome to V&P Farm Shop. It's an amazing place to get your produce, and we're going to be cooking today South American style foods. That sound nice, yeah? A little bit of chili, lots of vegetables, and a nice Caribbean coleslaw, yeah? If you come on the side, you can tell me what you like, have a look what produce they got, and we can get going, yeah? Okay.
The students that are shopping with Peter this morning are from our Year 10 GCSE food group. They're all very keen cooks. They really enjoy the practical work, and this is going to give them an added dimension, and I think it'll be really valuable for them.
When you go to V&P College, you know what's in season because it's the stuff that's piled up. And they've had so many squashes and such a good year for squashes that they are spilling out into the car park. Oh, some nice ingredients in there, yeah? Be a cracking coleslaw. Now, we're also going to make a South American pulu. Look what I've got here. Anybody know what this is? Squash. A squash. Watch out, girls, this is very heavy stuff. Okay, right, let's get going then. The whole idea of today was that really the dish for 2 portions cost £1, 50p per person. So for a family of 4, preparing it yourself, shopping carefully, £2. Well, thank you very much, Caroline. Can't wait to start cooking, hey?
I think it's really important that they know where their food comes from, and certainly that they have an awareness of which foods are grown in this country and which foods have to be transported from around the world. And then obviously that ties in with the environmental issues that we're trying to get over.
We've got our vegetables now, so we need all of the dry ingredients for our South American pulu, yeah? And look at this. I call it the pick and mix of dried fruits and spices, yeah? Cashew nuts, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Lovejoy's has been in Melksham for as long as I've been alive. I've remembered it as a child. What I love is that you can buy semolina, polenta, brown rice, jasmine rice, stuff that supermarkets are so slow to stock because they only stock stuff that sells bucket loads of. What's that smell of? What does it remind you of? Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, a little smell of that. Does that remind you of eating licorice sweets? Yeah, that's what's called aniseed, yeah? And that's exactly how it looks and grows. There you go, I'll get the door for you. There you go.
Good morning, Year 10. I know some of you have been out with Peter this morning to do some shopping, and he's going to do some cooking with you this morning. So I'm going to hand over and he'll explain what you're going to be doing.
Thank you very much. Well, something really exciting today, something that's economical, something that you can take with you when you go to university or wherever you choose to go, yeah? Exciting, healthy, low-cost food. So are you ready to get going?
Yeah.
Good, right. Let's do it then.
Peter has worked with the school with other members of the team before, but it's the first time he's come in and worked with me and worked with those students. Peter is very enthusiastic about his cooking, and you could see that rubbing off on the students. And also, I think because he's a male, I think that's quite interesting, because most food teachers tend to be women.
Get your wok on, OK? And heat it up, a little bit of oil in there. And we want to put in half an onion. Try and get it chopped as finely as you can. And then those great spices. Here we've got a little bit of clove. Have a little smell of that. Reminds you of Christmas. Do you want to pass that round? If you're going to use spices for this South American dish, you've got to cook them. Because there's not enough time in the actual simmering to release the taste of the spice. It's actually done in the heat. So, we're going to put a good cup of rice in there and give it a good sauté. Smells South American already. Whilst your rice is cooking, you can get on with preparing your vegetables. My approach is not like a Delia Smith approach. Bless her wonderful institution of cooking, but it's not step by step do this. It's kind of all up like a great big volcano and just catch the pieces as it comes down. But in there is structure about what parts of the recipe need attention. Keep your thumb behind your finger, guys, and you'll never cut yourself. This is what makes South American food interesting. It's the pièce de la résistance, yeah? Don't be scared of chilies, just cut them in half, OK? Now, if you don't like it hot, just take the seeds out, yeah? Like so. If you do, you leave them in. I'm going to take them out for your benefit. And then we chop up the chili, OK? And this is the next ingredient. This is what makes South American food special, and that's that they add sweetness to their food. I'm going to put some apricots in, but you don't have to put apricots in. We've got some apples, didn't we? Yeah. Raisins, yeah? Sultanas. It's up to you. Our rice isn't cooked yet, is it? Okay, so it needs water or liquid or stock. Now, I'm going to use 300 millilitres because I like my pulu to be quite dry. There we go, pour in the stock. And there we go. Okay, take about 10 minutes. You can leave your pulu alone while you prepare your Caribbean coleslaw. Naturally, the coleslaw, we take mayonnaise, about a tablespoon. We're not going to make a huge amount. Then we're going to cut our cabbage nice and finely. There, in it goes. A little bit of chopped red chilli in there. Red chilli is hotter. So with tomatoes, always cut them with skin side down. It's so much easier to cut. And those wonderful Bromham carrots. Just grate these, okay? Take your time, so I only want grated carrots, not grated fingers. There we go. Now, if you like it zinging zesty, you get your lime upside down in your hand and you really squeeze it. There we go. Just chop up the apple or the apricots, whichever you're going to put in there. And I think they're ready to give our coleslaw a stir. Most important thing is to have a taste, yeah? So you've done very well today. I think you should have a little go on that. The Caribbean coleslaw.
Very zesty.
Good. Fantastic. OK, what about the pulu? I mean, this has got to be really intense. It'd be quite hot, so watch out.
Very spicy.
Fantastic.
The taste of kidney beans.
Good. Lovely. Caribbean coleslaw. Go on a little plate like that. And the pulu, well, that's not actually finished yet. But what you do to that is you take some pumpkin seeds, cashew nuts, and then you take a squeeze of lemon, squeeze that all over, and a wonderful herb, coriander. Just tear it over, chop it, whichever suits you best. Yeah, use some lemon and some kidney beans. All right, good. I think you've got quite a bit there, haven't you? Now, what about you girls?
Some students had clearly concentrated very closely on the demonstration and almost didn't need the written instructions. You know, they'd followed it and they knew exactly what they had to do, and they sorted out the jobs and shared them out. Whereas there were others that were reading the recipe and having to follow it much more closely.
Go on, go on. Yes, there we go. Wonderful to smell and see this because there's so many different smells and textures already appearing from different groups. That's the beauty of cooking. Your pan needs to be a bit hotter, I can tell. I'm not smelling enough lovely scents from yours. Oh, that's smelling very, very good. That's right, yeah. Don't be scared to put lots of spices in this, guys. This is all about being experimental. All right, good. And I mean, you can always put some carrots in. Yeah.
Did you put any star anise in there? Pop some in. You just need to break it up into smaller pieces. I did notice that, to begin with, some of them were a bit reluctant to try ingredients that they weren't familiar with and that they hadn't used before. And as their dish was progressing and they were tasting it, they were going back and saying, oh, let's put a bit more of that in. And they became more adventurous, I think, as the lesson went on.
That's looking very good, guys. How's yours going to be different, though? I want to know what's different about it. I think that's a very good idea, that, guys. Maybe put half an apple and some spring onions. They go very well, yeah?
I put a bit more cabbage in because when he made his, I didn't think there was as much cabbage as there should have been. I didn't really taste it, and I didn't really taste the apple either. I put a few more tomatoes in.
Ready to go? Now, you guys, you've had a good idea. You want to put some more cabbage in your pulu, and I want to show you how people throw away the outside of these cabbage leaves, yeah? Just make sure they're clean. basically, these can go in. They're a bit like making a cigar. Not that any of you should have been doing that, but this is how they did it. They roll up the leaf really tightly, like so. And then you take your knife and just chop, just like I showed you, thumb out of the way, and you can get your cabbage beautiful and as fine, okay, as the stuff you'd get in the middle. It needs sorting out and finishing though. Are you pleased with the texture?
Yeah.
Good, okay. Let's have a little taste of that. Mmm. Delicious. You need a little bit of chilli. You're not chilli girls, are you? A little bit of chilli in there, some lemon juice, and that will be a winner. Good, well done. Now, this was Peruvian cooking we were doing, South American, and it needs passion, sort of, it needs excitement. It's got to sort of hit your palate, and you get that from intense cooking and liberal use of spices.
I'm not really keen on chilli, but I thought we'd put it in with other people as well. So.
Turn off the heat, that will actually pick it up quite happily.
The fact that they became more confident about experimenting and using different ingredients will apply to their later work. When they're developing their own products, it will encourage them to be a bit more adventurous and a bit more experimental.
Isn't that beautiful presentation? What a wonderful idea, using the leaf of the cabbage. That you've seen where it grows, you bought it from the farm shop, and here you are preparing it and garnishing it. So, well done. Let's have a little taste of that. And what do you think, guys? Are you pleased?
Yeah.
That's really full on. That's how I like it. Cloves, star anise, it's like it takes you off into Mars, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice chunky nuts in there too.
Yeah, really nice. And the Caribbean coleslaw, you were making that, weren't you? Beautiful. Clean. My Caribbean friends will be pleased with you. Well done. I have to say, though, your kitchen, it's nearly as messy as mine. That's real creative stuff. Well done, guys. But make sure you clear that up, though.
Yeah, we will.
I joked with some of them about how much mess they'd made and how I wouldn't normally allow that, and I would expect them to keep their work areas tidy. And Peter joked with them about how, oh, my kitchen's just like this. So I think it's good that they've seen the two examples.
I want them to experience the joy of cooking and the sort of total reckless self-abandon that you can have and the fun. But at the same time, I want them to taste at the end to see, right, how would I change it? How will I modify? Because eventually they'll write their own recipe that would suit their friends and family.
Gary, which one do you like the best?
It's quite interesting how different the dishes tasted, although they'd had a choice of the same ingredients. And I think the students picked up on that as well and were discussing it.
Who made that one?
Me?
Me?
That one's good.
I've done it, mate.
You got some customers over there.
Oh, God.
Pulu.
No, seriously, it's really nice.
Go on, have a bit of pulu. South American. Yeah. Full of Eastern promise.
Did you say you didn't like it before they told you what was in it, or after?
After.
Well, there you are then.